I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have a story about UFC fighter Sean O'Malley shares his prediction for the UFC 281 undisputed middleweight championship main event fight between Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira. Quote, he's a effing scary human being, unquote. Obviously, I can't quote curse on YouTube, right? Sean O'Malley shared his prediction for the highly anticipated UFC 281 main event. Champion Israel Adesanya and challenger Alex Pereira will go toe-to-toe for the third time in their careers. Both fights were in kickboxing. This fight will be the first fight in MMA, and Alex Pereira is 2-0 versus Israel Adesanya. He won a decision versus Israel Adesanya, but their last fight in kickboxing, Alex Pereira knocked out Israel Adesanya. However, it will be the first time the pair will face off inside the octagon with 4-ounce gloves. Rising bantamweight star Sean O'Malley recently discussed the upcoming matchup on his YouTube channel and gave his official prediction for when the former kickboxing rivals collide. Sean O'Malley praises Israel Adesanya bodywork. It drives me crazy. Hold on, quote. This is what Sean O'Malley saying. Quote, it drives me crazy when people start talking about Israel's last performances, how they're not entertaining. He's been defending the belt. He's been an active champ. This is very true. He has been a very active champion. He's fighting the number one guys. He's fighting the next guys in line. He's sometimes and sometimes the fights aren't the most fun, but he still continued to put on performances for the fans. I agree with him on that. O'Malley also outlined an encounter with Pereira. Despite the Brazilian not speaking much English, the 29-year-old felt he was in a presence. He was in the presence of a scary individual. I like Alex. I met him once. Didn't really talk. I don't think he speaks much English. Sean O'Malley said he's a giant. He's effing terrifying. He's a scary human being. I love to see Israel win, but with those little glove and those guys are both that high level strikers, that's an effing coin flip. But I do agree with you. I think Izzy has more tricks, especially in the MMA octagon. So is he saying that Izzy's gonna win? Is that what he's saying? I guess that's what he says, right? I guess. So he's saying that Alex Pereira is a effing terrifying, scary human being, but he thinks Izzy Adesanya has more tricks and will win the fight. Okay, that's interesting. I personally have to disagree with Sean O'Malley on this. I think those two victories are official. And I think Israel Adesanya is going to lose this fight. I have Alex Pereira knocking out Israel Adesanya in the third round by KO. That's my opinion. I think that last knockout, that left hook, was official. Israel Adesanya, as good as he is, when you're really, really great at kickboxing and then everybody you fight in the UFC, is pretty good at wrestling and stuff like that, I haven't really seen Israel Adesanya wrestle. So if he was going into this fight versus Alex Pereira, and Alex Pereira knocked him out in his last kickboxing fight, but Israel has transitioned to MMA and he's more of a wrestler, he's more of a grappler. He's gonna tire Alex Pereira out by taking him down, top position, ground and pound, grapple him. I think that would advantage Israel Adesanya. I just think that Israel Adesanya is really good at kickboxing, and he's gonna go into a kickboxing fight versus someone who knocked him out in kickboxing. So I think Alex Pereira is going to touch Israel Adesanya, and Israel Adesanya is going to realize it's going to go down, and Alex Pereira is probably going to win this fight. That's just my opinion of this fight. Either way, it's going to be a super fun fight. I'm not an Israel Adesanya hater. I'm not really down on his last performances. I 100% agree with Sean O'Malley. Israel Adesanya has been defending his belt, unlike a lot of other UFC champions. He beat Jared Cannonier, he's beat Forrest Whitaker, he's beat Paulo Costa, he's defeated Marvin Vettori, he's defeated almost everybody in the middleweight division almost twice, right? So, as far as his performances, whether it's a 5-round decision or whatever. I have nothing to say about in any of his performances because he's defeated everybody the UFC has put in front of him. But my opinion is this is a different human being. Alex Pereira is an effing scary human being, and I think he's the human being who will defeat Israel Adesanya this weekend at UFC 281. Let me know your opinion. Do you agree with Sean O'Malley that Israel Adesanya is going to get this done, or do you agree with me that Alex Pereira is going to be and new and knock out Israel, or at least win this fight and defeat Israel Adesanya at UFC 281. I am Jason. The world is yours. Today, we had a story about UFC fighter Sean O'Malley shares his prediction on the UFC 281 undisputed middleweight championship main event fight in New York City at MSG between champion Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira. Sean O'Malley has Israel Adesanya winning. Thank you for watching.